Sergeant Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police with Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog breaking the trail in the relentless pursuit of lawbreakers in the wild days of the Yukon. Back to the days of the gold rush as Sergeant Preston with his wonder dog Yukon King meets the challenge of the Yukon. This is the Yukon, the territory patrolled by Sergeant Preston, where neither the sub-zero temperatures nor blinding snows of winter stayed a Northwest Mounted policeman from his sworn duty to protect the innocent and, in the case of the guilty, to get his man. The Port Trail, a major winter route slicing through the white vastness of the Yukon from Whitehorse to Dawson. Although the money from a Dawson bank robbery had not been recovered, Sergeant Preston had captured one of the two thieves, Walt Daniels. With his great dog King running lead, Preston was returning the prisoner to Dawson for trial.
Oh, boy. There is someone down there. Lucky for him, you caught a scent. We'd never have seen him from the trail. You're coming with me, Daniels. I wouldn't try any of your tricks if I were you.
You got the gun, Sergeant?
Walk ahead of me. Mind the team, King.
Get up on your feet. And stand back.
Evans. Harry Evans.
Yeah. Small world, huh, Preston? You try anything and I'll blast your head off. That goes for that mutt of yours, too. Where is he?
He's in harness on the trail. He can't see us.
Good. We'll be on our way in a minute.
You two will never get away with it.
No? You get over there.
The handcuff keys are in his left pocket.
How does it feel to be a free man?
I'll feel even better when we get out of here. Let's go.
There's just one more thing I gotta do.
Harry, no!
What's the matter with you?
Robbery's one thing, murder's another.
You don't want to watch? Well, you go back to the sled. I'll take care of things here.
Harry, I said no! I'm warning you. You kill him and you don't get your share of the money.
Huh?
I mean it, Harry. I'm the only one that knows where it's hidden. And I'll let it rot in its hiding place if you kill him.
Okay. But I'm warning you, with Preston alive, you're gonna have a lot to be sorry for.
When Sergeant Preston came to, he was in no condition to pursue Daniels and Evans. He needed all his strength to make the trip to Dawson and report what happened. His master in weakened condition, King instinctively took command of the situation and urged the team along the trail at a rapid pace.
Well, Sergeant. No, sit down, sit down. I thought you were still in the infirmary.
Well, Inspector, after a good night's rest, I persuaded the doctor to release me.
Just couldn't wait till you got back on the case, huh?
Well, every moment counts. Any delay just adds to their advantage. As it is, they're only a half a day ahead of me, and I'm going back after them.
I was going to assign another man, but I knew how you felt about this. Where do you propose to begin?
Well, I've no idea where they're headed. According to this information file on Daniels, it mentions a Reverend Thomas in Ogilvy. That's Daniels' hometown.
Oh, yes. Say, Reverend Thomas knows a great deal about Walt Daniels' life and personal habits.
Well, I thought I might get an idea from him where Daniels might be. So my first stop will be Ogilvy.
While Sergeant Preston was en route to Ogilvy, Walt Daniels and Harry Evans were on a trail 40 miles to the north. When they reached the outskirts of the town of Small Bear, they stopped.
Here you are. It's not much of a hike from here into town.
You know, I'm still for going to that hiding place of yours, getting the money and slipping over the border to American Alaska.
Well, that's just what they'll expect us to do. They'll be watching the border night and day.
So we take a chance.
No. As long as I'm the only one that knows where the money's hidden, we'll do it my way. You'll be a lot safer off in Small Bear for the next few days. And I'll be safer where I'm going, too. All right?
All right. Say the woman's name is Clara Demers, and she's got a son named Johnny.
Yes. I'll be staying with him.
Say, what is that woman to you? You never told me.
Just somebody I can rely on to hide me out. So we'll meet as arranged on the 17th.
Yeah, at 40 Mile. I'll get a message to the Demers place when I arrive on the 17th.
Right. All right, boys. Go, you Huskies. Yank!
Pardon me.
Yeah?
I'm looking for the Reverend Arthur Thomas.
I'm Reverend Thomas. I'll be with you in a moment. Oh. Gee, that hurts. If my parishioners were as eager to keep the winter winds out of this church as they are in scratching for gold, my hands wouldn't be covered with cuts and bruises. Oh, I'm sorry I lost my temper.
You had good reason to, sir.
The good Lord didn't bless me with carpentry talent. As you can see, well, I'm all thumbs. What can I do for you, Sergeant?
Well, I'm looking for information on a man named Walt Daniels.
Oh.
I understand you know Daniels intimately, sir.
Ever since his parents were killed in a snowslide over 20 years ago. My wife and I were his foster parents.
Yes, I know. It's in my report. Have you seen Daniels lately?
No, not for years, but I understand he was, well, arrested for a bank robbery.
Yes, he was, but he escaped.
We did everything we could for Walt, but he was rebellious. Perhaps because of what happened to his parents. He saw them die on that snowslide. A terrible experience for a youngster.
Yes, it is.
But of course, that's no excuse to become a bank robber. At one time, I had high hopes for Walt, especially after he married such a fine girl.
Married? There's no indication of that in the report.
Yes, I know. We kept it a secret. Well, as best I could. But they didn't get along. Walt's rebellious nature, bad temper. She left him soon after their son Johnny was born. Moved to another town, changed her name to Clara Demers. She wanted to give her son a new and decent start in life. Soon after Clara left Walt, he got worse. Began traveling with bad companions. But he'd never broken the law until that bank robbery.
I'd like to talk to Mrs. Demers, as you call her.
Oh, she hasn't seen him, or even heard from him. The boy thinks his father's dead. I didn't approve of telling the lad that, but Clara insisted.
Where's Mrs. Demers living now?
Sergeant, you won't discuss this in front of the boy, will you?
No, of course not.
She's working in the Ritz restaurant over at 40 Mile. She's a waitress. 40 Mile, Sergeant, that's where you'll find her.
Thanks, Reverend. Been a great help.
There you are. You're a full-fledged inspector of the Northwest Mounted Police. Constable Demers, reporting for order, sir. You want me to apprehend Bad Joe? Yes, sir. You leave Bad Joe to me. I'll get my man.
Constable, bring him in alive. Hey, you're Johnny Demers.
Yes, sir.
I was passing through 40 Mile. Figured I'd drop by and look up your mother.
Are you a friend of Mom's?
Well, we were friends a long time ago. Where is she?
She'll be home from work soon. What's your name?
Just call me Walt.
Walt. That was my father's name.
Oh, well, then call me Slim if you like.
Okay, Slim. But how did you know my name? Mom never mentioned you. How'd you know who I was?
I'd know you anywhere. You see, your father told me all about you.
You knew my father?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we were as close as brothers, even closer.
I wish I could remember him. He was a brave man. Mom says he saved a Mounties' life.
Well, is that right?
Hey, there's Mom now. She always whistles to me when she gets near the house. Mom! 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 I'm in the backyard. Come here. Hurry.
What is it, dear?
A surprise. Come on, you'll see.
You said surprise, Johnny. What is it?
Hello, Clara.
Walt.
Like the boys said, some surprise, huh, Clara?
Johnny, you'd better go in the house.
But, Mom, Slim just got here.
Johnny, please do as I tell you.
Oh, Mom.
Go ahead, Johnny.
But I want to talk to you, Slim.
There'll be plenty of time for talking. Go on.
All right.
Nice kid. Smart, too.
You didn't tell him that.
He was just telling me about his father, what a great guy he was. That was some hero story you built up for the kid. Yeah, some fairy tale.
You're here because you want something.
Well, I needed a place to stay for a couple of days. Figured this was the safest spot.
You're in trouble again.
Something like that.
You can't stay here.
No?
I don't have much money, but I'll give you what I have. But you've got to leave. My son mustn't know
You
that-
mean our son, don't you?
Walt, if there's one shred of decency left in you, leave us alone.
Decency? In this world? It's dog eat dog. I come first. I need your help, and I'm getting it whether you like it or not.
I'm warning you. If you don't leave, I'll...
You'll do nothing. If you want to keep Johnny's memories of his father as pure and white as you've painted him.
What kind of a man are you?
Right now, I'm a hungry man. So, what do you say the three of us sit down to a nice family dinner?
As time passed, a warm relationship developed between Walt Daniels and the boy. For Johnny, they were happy, exciting hours. He admired and liked this stranger who had suddenly come into his life, and the affection of a father for his son began to stir within Daniels. But for Johnny's mother, Clara, every passing moment meant desperate concern for her son.
Clara.
Slim!
Be with you in a second, Johnny. Oh, where do you think you're going?
Into town. I'm on duty at the restaurant tonight.
You never mentioned it before.
I didn't think it important. I work every Tuesday night.
You sure you're not going somewhere else?
Let me go.
Somewhere else, like maybe the police station?
No, please let me go.
You remember what I told you. You make one wrong move, and I'll tell Johnny the truth about me. Now remember that.
Mrs. Demers?
Yes?
Mrs. Demers, I'm Sergeant Preston. I avoided talking to you at your cabin for your son's sake. I know about your husband. Reverend Thomas told me everything. Believe me, I'll respect the confidence.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Walt Daniels. I thought perhaps you could help me.
Help?
As I said, I understand the situation. Have you heard from him lately?
No. No, Sergeant Preston, I haven't.
Well, thank you very much.
Sergeant Preston broadened his search for Walt Daniels and his accomplice, Harry Evans. He and his great dog King traveled night and day, covering the towns in the area, searching for someone who had recent news of the robbers, until finally he learned that Harry Evans had been seen in Small Bear, but Walt Daniels had disappeared completely. Evans had used himself as bait to free Daniels. Now, Preston had a plan to turn the trick by baiting a trap of his own. Evans' trail led Preston to the local barber shop, where he set his trap.
Can you stay here? Don't move. No matter what happens, don't move. I know this is going to look wrong to you, old fella. The worse it looks, the better it's going to be for us. Do you understand? Now, don't move. Stay right here. Stay. You're under arrest, Evans, in the name of the Crown. All right, get up.
Sergeant, are you all right?
Yeah, thanks. Worked out exactly the way I wanted it to.
What? Hey, my claws.
Good boy, King. You did just as you were told. I didn't want you to chase him. Yeah, we'll give him a little head start and see where he leads us. Oh, he can sure hit. Hope it's worth it.
Following his escape from Sergeant Preston, Harry Evans headed north, pushing his team on at a relentless pace.
King, it looks as though he's headed for 40 Mile. Anyway, we'll know in a few hours. Come on.
But Evans was totally unaware that Sergeant Preston was keeping him under constant surveillance, trailing him every foot of the way.
On, King! On, you husky!
Still no sign of Johnny.
He's all right.
Johnny never came home from school this late?
He probably stopped off to play with some kids.
No. He always came straight home first. What could have happened to him?
I'll go out and look for him.
No.
Well, he's important to me, too.
Well, someone might see you, recognize you.
I'll take my chances.
I wasn't thinking about you. I don't want you to be discovered only because of Johnny. Why did you have to come here? Why did you have to ruin everything? Why couldn't you really be dead?
Hello, Mom. Hi, Slim.
Oh, Johnny, you're all right.
Mom, what's the matter?
Oh, I was so worried about you, dear. I couldn't imagine what had happened to you. Why were you so late?
Oh, I went for a walk with that man.
What man?
That friend of yours who just got into town.
Friend?
He said his name was Harry.
What?
He said you'd be expecting him.
Oh, yes, that's right, I was. Oh, not this early.
He said to tell you that there's been a change in plans, that you and he'll have to make that business trip now. He said to be sure and tell you that.
Well, what else did he say?
That he'll be waiting for you out in Bender Valley. He said you know the spot.
Oh, yes, I know.
That means you'll be leaving now, Walt?
Yes, right away.
Slim, please don't go away. We like you here. Please stay, huh?
Look, kid, business is business.
Can't you just stay for a few more days?
Well, I told you, business is business.
Promise that tomorrow we'd play.
Well, forget about it.
But you promised!
So I promised, so what? You think all I gotta do is to hang around here and play kids' games?
Slim!
Don't slim me! You kids are all alike. You don't get what you want and you start yapping and whining.
I thought we were pals.
Well, you're all right, but you're just a kid.
And all the fun we had together.
Well, you were somebody to talk to pass the time with while I was waiting for my friend Harry to get here.
I thought you were like my father, but I was wrong.
Oh, cut that stuff out, will you? I'm nothing to you and you're nothing to me. And cut that, too. I can't stand a kid who balls.
I know how you must feel, Walt.
Do you?
You did a fine thing just now. Thank you.
Clara,
Yes, Walt.
will you do me one last favor? Tonight when you tuck him in, will you... What's the use?
In Bender Valley, on the outskirts of 40 Mile, Harry Evans waited impatiently for Walt's arrival. And he was not the only one who waited.
No, we didn't have very long to wait after all, fella. That's Walt Daniels, all right. Ho!
It's about time you got here.
Why'd you come so early?
I met up with Preston and Small Bear. We had a fight. I'm here, ain't I?
You shouldn't have come so soon. You should have waited till the 17th.
Look, I'm tired of waiting. I want my...
What is it? What's the matter? Johnny.
What's that kid doing here? What'd you bring him for?
I didn't know he was hiding there.
Well, get rid of him fast.
All right, you stay here.
All right, King, we start to close in now. Come on.
Hi, Slim.
Why'd you do this?
I couldn't let you go. I just couldn't.
You did a very foolish thing.
You didn't mean what you said. You do like me, don't you?
I've got to get you home.
Don't you? I knew you did. I knew.
All right, Walt, let's get going.
You stay here, Johnny.
What's that kid waiting for? I told you to get rid of him.
I'm going to take him home.
Let him walk. He's wasted enough of our time.
I'm taking him back. I'm going to see that he gets back to his mother safely.
Are you crazy?
I was crazy for ever getting mixed up with you. But now things are going to be different. I'm through with you, and I'm returning the money.
You're what?
And I'm giving myself up.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, Harry.
Oh, no, you're not, and this says you're not. This says you're going to take me to that place you got your money hidden.
All right, stay where you are and get your hands up. After him, King. Back, King, back, back. All right, on your feet, Evans. Come on. Put your hands behind your back. Arrest you in the name of the Crown. March.
Slim, who is that man, Harry?
I can't explain now, Johnny.
Secret stuff, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Look, the Mounties got him.
You wait here. I'll be with you in a minute.
Wait here.
I'm ready to give myself up, Sergeant.
Thanks, Daniels. I saw what you did.
You don't have to thank me. Things are different now.
I realize that. I overheard what you said about giving yourself up and returning the money. As soon as I take Evans back to 40 Mile and put him under lock and key, we'll return to Johnny and his mother. Come on, let's go.
And then Slim took the gun away from the man. Gosh, and he started running across the snow. King jumped on him. Gee, you should have seen him, Mom. It happened just like he told it to me.
What?
Just like my own father did. Slim stopped that man from killing Sergeant Preston. He didn't care what happened to himself, did he, Sergeant?
That's right, Johnny.
Now Slim can stay with us. Now he doesn't have to go.
Johnny, Sergeant Preston and I have to go down to Dawson to finish some business. Isn't that right, Sergeant?
Well, that's the way it is, Johnny.
Will it take long?
Well, after what happened, I don't think it'll take as long as I originally expected. The least I can do is to see that Walt's stay in Dawson is as brief as possible.
And then you'll come back, won't you, Slim?
That depends upon your mother, Johnny. It's up to her.
Mom?
I don't see any reason why Walt shouldn't come back now.
Well, King, this is the new beginning for Johnny and his parents. For us, this case is closed.